Hello everybody and welcome to TreePunching Brothers Vanilla Minecraft server. My name's Pinter J. Back here over at the Villager Breeding Center, and we had a little bit of an issue. It seemed like every time that I was away from it, that the little fellas would breed, or the guys would breed and the little fellas would pop out and they would stay on the platform here and not jump off into the water stream. And then they would grow up and we'd have a bunch of guys inside of there. Now, I would be standing here watching them, and they would run off probably 100% of the time. But if I was away from it and not watching, it seemed like they would stay on the platform 100% of the time. Now, at first I thought it was because zombies were coming and getting up next to the glass and maybe scaring them so that they would stay on the platform instead of jumping off. But I put up this wall, and it seemed like they were still doing that. And I told Pater Hater about this, and she sent me a link to a video because she said that Sin had made this in another world, and she sent me the link to a video of somebody. Let me see if I can find out who it was. It was. So it looks like the video was Engineer Willie was the guy that came up with this design. And my design here is a little bit janky because I was over here working and a creeper blew up on me like right here. I was over here working and a creeper snuck up behind me. So the design is a little messed up right now, and I might have the opportunity to fix it later. But as of right now, I just kind of used what I had on me, as I had some black glass on me and some stone bricks. And we need to go in and fill up the water stream and stuff there too. Now, I saw in his video that somebody had commented that the guys sometimes would stay on the half slabs here. And somebody said to put end rods underneath where they're standing right there. You can see where they're standing there. Supposedly the little babies will run off of there, but somebody else had said that sometimes the babies stay on there too, and so you could put an end rod underneath there where they're standing, and then the babies, and then just continue the water stream underneath them, and then the babies will fall off guaranteed. And I tried using fence gates, or fences underneath there, fence posts, and just having them standing on a fence post in a creative world, and that didn't really work out the greatest. I think there's a way you could do it, but it's kind of hard to do in survival when you're trying to wrangle these guys. And see, they're breeding, and the little we've already gotten two babies run off there, and then it goes to the water stream. And this is also a little janked up because I didn't want to mess and redo all of my water stream and stuff that already went underneath there. I already had it all laid out and the whole system worked out underneath there back at the base. So I kind of had to do what I could with what I had here. So we got it to work pretty well so far. As you can see, they're already breeding here, and maybe we'll get a little guy and run off. But we'll go and take a look at what I have in the underneath. So it seems like this is working so far. I don't think I've had any issues yet. Of course, I only fixed it last night, so I haven't been on a whole lot to see whether or not a guy is going to get stuck under there. But let's go down and take a look at what I worked out for the sorting system and everything. So we're down here in the little sorting room area, and we have it so the villagers plop down over here, and then we have a live or die switch over here on this side, and then this switch controls the block underneath the minecart here. We'll open it up, and then he drops down onto a rail, minecart rail, and we'll either go to the kill chamber or back to the holding cells that I have set up over there in the cauldron. And then here we have two different tracks set up here, and up here is where they all come. from the water stream. And yeah, we already have a little guy in there, sounds like. And they all come down to here. I had to set up 2 tracks here because it seems like every once in a while they would be over on this side, or every once in a while they will be over on this side. So you put the minecart down and hit the button, and it comes up and it goes and it hits here, and then it sends it back and drops them down there. Whatever side we go to, it will go to the same place and it'll drop them down there. So that's how I set up the sorting system. Nothing too fancy, pretty simple, pretty basic. And we have quite a few guys in here. How many do we have in there? 27 it looks like. 25, 26. It looks like 27. Around 27 villagers in there right now. So we need to get working on sorting these guys out. I already have one guy sorted out. And this guy here seems like he might be good, this librarian. We have a looting 3 book, but 35 emeralds seems a little high. We might save him just to save him for now to see if we can get something better. But I do have an emerald hookup over here. My farmer guy over here back at the cauldron is back here. And we can take a look at the track and everything that I have set up over here. So from the holding chamber, the track comes over this way, down this tunnel here. And as you can see, it's pretty basic setup, just as some powered rails onto a track. And the villager, this block here, controlled by a sticky piston and that lever that we had, and they'll drop down onto the track here, and they'll either go into the pit of lava, or if we want to save them, there's redstone signal that powers this block here, and it switches the track when we hit the other lever, and it'll go and it'll save them, and we can save the guys that we want and send them back this way. Now I saw Iskall85, one of the hermits on the Hermitcraft server, made a cool setup where he had tripwires that would detect whether there was villagers in the holding chambers or not. I don't think I'm going to go quite that route. I think I'm just going to go and set it up by hand and just have these guys, because I think once we get the guys into the holding cells that we want, once we get the guys we want, we're probably not going to mess with them after that. We're just going to trade with them. So I'm probably just going to do this by hand and then get the trail out of there, or get the track out of there after we're done getting the guys that we want, because I only have 6 chambers. If we get over here, we can look at the farmer guy that I got. And I got this room pretty much finished off, but we need to continue it down to different levels, and I was doing some digging down there. We got that dug out pretty well. If you're wondering why there's a bunch of coal and iron down there, it's because I was digging with Silk Touch to get a bunch of stone, so that's why all that stuff is left down there. We'll have to go down there and mine that stuff later on. We got this room pretty much finished off. I got to work on a little design for the ceiling there. That's what that dirt is doing there. But pretty basic. Got some red, and I threw in some nether brick and some of this magma blocks. Looks pretty sweet, I think. And this here in the center, we kind of have a Star Wars reactor core room going on kind of thing, kind of look to it. I think it turned out pretty well though. And then like I said, up here we're going to do a little designs in the ceiling. I'm not really sure. This dirt here is just kind of something I was working with, a little design I had it in mind. But I think I really like the way this turned out so far, and I'm not sure if I want to just continue this all the way down, and then obviously these holding cell areas, I think there's 7 blocks here wide. These will be a little different on each level, but I think maybe the sides all the way down will probably stay the same, and then like these spots here will be the different areas. And we got a freaking skeleton over there. Where did he spawn from? And I don't have any arrows on me, so let's go over here and take care of him. Yeah, here, guy, we don't want you. So that might be an issue if we have some zombies spawning around here. I wonder where he came from. If it's dark enough here for them to spawn. Might have to throw some more lighting in around here. Maybe some on the floor or something. We could probably do something like on this corners or something here. I don't know. we'll figure something out if we continue to have issue of things spawning around here. But yeah, I think this turned out pretty well. And then we're only going to have 6 holding cells for villagers. So I already have one farmer guy in here, and we can take a look at. He got a pretty decent deal on wheat, but this is the main reason I got him was because he's got a good deal on potatoes, and he's got a really good deal on melons. We get 7 melons for an emerald. That's a pretty good deal. I don't have a melon farm yet, but this is definitely going to be my emerald hookup because we got tons of potatoes and we can get some melons going on no problem. So this is going to be my go-to guy for emeralds. So the 35 emeralds in a book to get looting 3 might not be a bad option for us. As you can see, my little area back to here goes to where the villagers are. And we're going to have this as just like a service door, like a service entryway. And then, you know, for the employees, employee only access kind of deal. And then this down here to the chicken farm. I might move this chicken farm. We might just build up enough because we have plenty of, we don't need any more feathers, that's for sure. But we might build up just enough chickens to get enough chicken for a little while, and then we can move this farm somewhere else because it's kind of loud being right under the villagers. And we might want to set up something like Iskall had where it detects, I don't know if that'll be broken in 1.11 or not, but he had tripwire go through there, and then it detects whether there's a villager in there, and then you can just hit the button and it'll send the guys in to an empty stall, and then like if we don't want one of the guys there, we can hit another button and it'll drop them down into a pit of lava or something like that. But I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. But we still might want to move that chicken farm just because it is a little bit loud when you're over here. See, all you can hear is chickens, and I have the volume turned way down. So, but yeah, I think that's doing pretty good. Let's go back up and see if there's any issue with the little baby fellows. Geez, him crow, look at all the creepers here. There's like an obstacle course of creepers. There was like 2 right there. I think they just despawned, but there was freaking 5 creepers, and there's another one there and an enderman. And witches. We gotta dodge witches and creepers, and oh, I think that other one spawned there. There's my ticket. There's my ticket through. See if we can make this. We got full food. We got full hunger. Let's get it. Go and get it. Get it. Oh, I think we made it. Oh, we got a spider to deal with. Spider. Look out, spider. Gonna make it? Are we gonna make it? I think we're gonna make it. Let's get over to the bed. Get over to the bed. Gosh, I'm having problems jumping. Let's get down on it. And we made the jump. And it's raining. Perfect timing to get the bed. Alright, so is there any... We don't need another creeper coming and sneaking up on us. And I've missed the jump. Completely missed the jump. So is there any other creeper? Oh, it sounds like we got a baby. Alright, there is a baby in there somewhere. Yeah, there he is. There's the little fella. So maybe he is staying there, or did he just get born? Are they tossing him taters? Still tossing him taters? So let's wait around here for a little bit to make sure that he is going to run off. There, they just kind of moved out of the way. Now is he going to run off? Come on, little fella. Run off there. So an end rod situation might be a good idea. Unfortunately, we haven't gone to the end and fought the dragon yet, so we might have to wait for that solution for a little while longer. But that might be a good idea to set up something like that. Oh, he's tossing them taters. Yeah, give that little fella some taters. So that might be a good idea, though, is to set up something like that, is put some end rod underneath these guys so the babies just fall right down. I haven't tested that in creative yet, but I'm pretty sure that that will work. Where the grown-ups will stand on there and the babies, as soon as they're born, will fall right down. Is he gonna run off? See, he's not running off. That's another thing that's... And they're breeding already, and they're having another one already. So, geez, would you calm down, guys? Oh, they're moving out of the way for him. He's got plenty of chance to run off. Run off! Go on. Okay, so oh yeah, I saw him moving. Is he looking for more taters? Come on, you have enough taters. Go, go, run off. Stop pushing each other around. We want this little fellow to run off. So definitely a good idea. What was that? Did he just run off that way? Oh, what was that? I thought I saw something right there. Alright, so yeah, the end rod situation might be worth looking into as soon as we can get... And I did set up a situation over here where, I forgot to show that down there, but there's a lever on the wall next to that room that controls sticky pistons and stone here. So if we want to turn this off, these 3 stone right here just close over here so that the sunlight doesn't hit the door anymore. Come on, little fella, run off there. You know you want to. And we got a guy in a hat over here making some noise. Get out of here. Oh, and we got his hat. What kind of hat did he get? Aqua Affinity. Oh, nice. It's probably better than the hat I'm wearing. I think I only have protection or something on this. Alright, what is... See, he's not running off. That's making me nervous. I don't like that. It's been a few minutes already. Come on, run off there, little fella. Run off. Okay, and now we have 2 of them in there, and neither one of them ran off. So this is making me a little nervous here. That they're not going to run off the edge. So we definitely want to figure out some kind of situation where they're going to fall through 100% of the time. Either some kind of fence post or the end rods. So we'll have to get into the... Oh, did the other little fella go? Well, looks like one of them ran. No, they're both still right there. Okay, so this might be a bit of a situation if neither one of these guys runs off. Oh, it looks like they're moving. Come on, little fella. Run off the edge. Go on, run off the edge. Okay, one of them just ran off the edge. You can see him, he's floating down that way. So we got one of them to go off the edge. They just need this little guy. For some reason, he doesn't want to go anywhere. Come on, go off the edge. Run off the edge. Right, so the one guy, the white coat guy, which is fine. We want the white coat guy more than we want this guy anyway. He's just a fisherman or shepherd or... So we want the white coat guy anyway, but we still want this guy to run off the edge. Come on, little fella. Are they giving him more taters? How many taters does he need? He's a hungry little fella. He wants all kinds of taters. Come on. Run off the edge. He's going to grow up pretty soon. Wait, we're going to need this guy to run off the edge. Well, I think that'll do it for this episode. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll definitely have to figure something out. Once we get to the end and get a couple end rods, I think we'll definitely put some end rods in here. And maybe we'll even just get the guys we need, fill up our holding cells, and then maybe we'll just turn this thing off. Unless other people want villagers to trade with. We might just keep this off for a while. See, they're throwing them more taters. But like I said, I think that'll do it for this episode. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please hit a like, hit a subscribe, and I will talk to you next time.